I.S.U.P.K.
Commanding GEN.YAHANNA, you know what I mean? At the UPK, we teach that according to the Bible and history that the black man is the real Jew, man. Yes, you black man of the West Indian descent, man, up in London, up in the Midlands, up in the Merseyside, up in Yorkshire, up in Hull, up in Wales, up in Newport, up in Cardiff, man. You are the real Jews, not the so-called white Jewish man. You know what I mean? There's books showing that he's not the real Jew. You are, man. You're the people that descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're the people that your grandparents walked through the Red Sea, man. That's your history. At the UPK, that's what we teach, man. We also teach that this Bible ain't no white man's book. You know what I mean? I know in the UK, a lot of us, you know what I mean, our dads and our mothers, they was Rasta or some African-centric stuff, you know what I mean? And we all taught the Bible's the white man's book. It's a white man's book to make us worship him. And that's not the truth, man. Your dad ain't got the truth. You know what I mean? Your mom, who you love so much, you can love her, but she ain't got the facts, man. She ain't got, you know what I mean, the 100% facts of the Bible. All she has is what she's been told, man. And that's a problem. At the UPK, we expose all lies, all religion, all philosophy, showing that they're garbage, man. They're trash, man. You know what I mean? If you're a black man, if you're a Hispanic man, a Native Indian man, you only have one religion, so-called, which is, you know what I mean, that you are the people of God, and your religion is a nationality. God made Israelites walk through the Red Sea, not no people that had a religion. God gave Israelites his 10 commandments, not people that had the same religion. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Bible, man. The Bible is a nationalistic book of one race of people, and that's us, black man. We're those real Israelites, the people that God loved, man. The people that God chose above all people on the face of the earth, man. And that's the Bible. You know what I mean? Forget Christianity, forget Seventh-day Adventists, forget, you know what I mean? Forget all of that, man. You open his Bible and read it as it is, and you're going to find yourself in there. You're not going to find white people in there. You're not going to find what we call Christianity in there. You're going to find your history in there. Slavery is in the Bible. Black people being oppressed in the Bible. Nations hating us. That's in the Bible. And if you step away from them and open up this book and read it yourself, you're going to see that it's you. You're going to realize, you know what? My history has been in this record all the time, man. I've been lied to. I went to the church. I asked the pastor, your pastor, man, why, man? You know what I mean? I'm living hard, man. You know what I mean? I'm struggling to pay the rent. My son's locked up. My daughter's a whore. And the pastor just don't have the answer, man. Singing and dancing ain't the answer. Singing, you know what I mean? This little light of mine will fix none of the problems, you know what I mean? You leave the church and what happens? You got to go visit your son the next day. You go to the church, you know what I mean? You have to go and see another relative of yours who got shot the next day. So clearly that ain't the answer. Then what's next, man? We're in the mosque now, you know what I mean? Now, like, because a lot of us know that Christianity is a lie, what's the next step? We've gone and joined Islam, and what's happened under that, man? We're selling drugs. You know what I mean? We're reading the Quran, learning Arabic, you know what I mean? And what's happened? We have become drug dealers, man. In London, all your famous London rap stars, what religion are they, man? What's some names? Nines, Heady One, Scraps, what's some other ones? Ferrado, C-Biz, you know what I mean? What religion are all of them? They follow Islam, you know what I mean? That's their religion. And they sell all the drugs, man, and buy Louis V's, Giuseppe's off the death of somebody else, man. When you're selling drugs to another black man, you're taking his life, man. You're making him rob. You're making him do sexual acts that he would never do. And you mean, and guess what? They did that under the banner of Islam, man. So now, in the topic today, you know what I mean, in the UK, we need to wake up, man. You know what I mean? In the Midlands, there was a race attack on a black man who got stabbed in his chest by 2 heathens, man. 2 East Indians. You know what I mean? I commend the brother who was fighting for his life, I mean, and I respect that. But people are looking at it the wrong way. That's a racist attack. 2 Asians trying to beat up one of us, and one stabs them in the chest, man. If you ever see the size of the knife, you know what I mean? He was bound to die, man. You know what I mean? If you have the video, if you could run that for me. Did this happen in the Midlands, man? The Coalfield area, Sutton, Oldfields, man. You know what I mean? And the video is shocking, man. I commend the brother for fighting for his life, but that's a racist attack right there. People are trying to play it down. You know what I mean? Everyone trying to make it seem like the knife crime is bad, which it is. But that's a racist attack. What business have 2 heathens trying to beat one of us, man? You know what I mean? In the Midlands, I'll tell you straight, the Birmingham area, the Midlands area is a racist area. Black people hang with black people. Indians hang with Indians. So why are these 2 men trying to harass him for? It can only mean one thing, man. That was a racial attack. If you kind of run that video for me. Is it on screen share? Look at the brother fighting for his life, man. Defending himself. And the coward picks up that same knife and then puts the knife in his ribs, man. And that's a racist attack. Don't look at it as nothing else. You know what I mean? Everyone trying to downplay it. While as, you know what I mean? If we were to do that to another race, that's a racial attack. You know what I mean? Honor in the comments, people go, those black people are evil, those wogs are wicked. They do it, it's like, oh, the knife crime is bad. But really, everyone knows what it is, man. That's a racial attack. And that happened on one of us, man. So in the UK, what do we need to do, man? We need to love each other, man. We need to have that love that the Bible's on about, man. Not just a love that we think's right. We need to have that love that the Bible's talking about. Get that scripture from in the Romans, preferring one another. You know what I mean? That's a wake-up call, man. It's not just a wake-up call for the people in the Midlands. That's a wake-up call for all of us in the UK, man. All of us in Wales, in Scotland. You know what I mean? All of us, man. That's a wake-up call. These nations are attacking us now, man. You had the harassment, you know what I mean, the Sadiq and the Urge, and now they're just straight out attacking you now. They're straight out doing racial attacks on us, man. And in the UK, it's going to get worse, man. The more we don't fight, the more we don't stand up. What's going to happen? More racial attacks, more harassment by the so-called police. You know what I mean? It's only going to get worse. So at the UPK, we're the answer. If you're sick of harassment, racial abuse, then guess what you need to do, man? You need to come to the sanctuary of the Lord, man. You know what I mean? Wherever you are, if you're in Southampton, Bognor Regis, Newport, Cardiff, Liverpool, man, in Hull, in Manchester, up in my side, you need to be in the sanctuary of the Lord, man. In here, you will be safe, man. You ain't going to be safe in no church. You ain't going to be safe in no mosque. They're going to make you sell all the drugs. You know what I mean? You ain't going to be safe nowhere except the house of the Lord, man, which is the I.S.U.P.K, man. You got it for me?
Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affected one to another.
And that's the problem, man. We're not affectionate one to another. A lot of us, we don't care, man. I know for a fact, a lot of us see that video and we're like, well, that's him. That's not me. And there's something wrong with that. If you think like that, then you think that will never happen unto you. If you watch something, do you know what you always should do? You should think that should be me. And you know who thinks like that? White people. Whenever something bad happens to a white person, how does every white man think? That can be me. I might, you know what I mean? I might be the next one. I might get robbed. So what do white people do? They become one and they fight against it. So what about us? What do we need to do, man? You need to watch that video and go, you know what? That's a racist attack. It's about time we wake up, man. It's about time we be kindly affectionate one to another, man. You know what I mean? Don't sit and think, well, that's him. You know what I mean? He might have been in some mix-up. You know what I mean? There's always someone that says some Uncle Tom bounty stuff like that. You know what I mean? Listen, man. These nations hate you regardless, whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. And that's a racial attack. So if you want, read that again.
Be kindly one affected one to another. With brotherly love.
With brotherly love. That's what we're supposed to have, man. And we don't have it. A lot of us seen that video, didn't even comment on it, man. You know what I mean? A lot of us seen that video and not like, you know what? We need to fix up, man. We need to, you know what I mean? We need to be that nation that the Lord says we can be righteous, man. A lot of us seen that video, man, bro. That's him, you know what I mean? That's not me. I got my car. You know what I mean? That happened to him. That's, you know what I mean? That's between him and them. Nah, man. What happens to your race affects you. What happens to your race of people should make you stand up, man. What happens to someone of your race, you can't look at it as well. That's his problem. That happened to him. That happened to you too, man.
God.
He's your relative. That happened to you too, man. He's a relative of yours, and some heathens killed one of your relatives, man. And that's how you need to look at it, man. Be kindly affectionate one to another. Not no, well, that, you know what I mean? His family's messed up, man. You know what I mean? Read on.
Preferring one another.
And preferring one another. We're supposed to prefer one another, not love every nation. What does that mean? If you're going to have a white man or someone of your race, you prefer one another, you help that brother, man. If there's a white woman and a woman of your own race and they need help, you help the person of your race, man. Doing what? Preferring one another. And that's something we don't do, man. We think low of each other. We don't want to help each other. We think to help another race makes us better than someone of our race, and it don't, man. These nations, they hate you regardless of what you do. You can go with white women. White people are still going to hate you. You can go in their pub, drink lagers, watch the game. You know what I mean? What else to do in the pub? Play darts. And the white man, he's going to call you a wag, same way. You know why? Because he hates you because you're you, man. And we need to read the Bible to understand that we need to be affectionate and to prefer one another. You know what I mean? We've been trying to love these nations for so many years. We fought in World War I, World War II, joined the army, and the Memorial Day doesn't even represent us. You know what I mean? You got black people, the poppy, thinking about the white soldiers, and a lot of them don't know that in World War I and World War II, many black soldiers fought in the war, man, from Jamaica, Trinidad, Montserrat, St. Anne's, St. Lucia, and no one never talks about them, man. Any video they show, it's always a white man who's 100 odd saying, I joined the army and I was 16 and I learned to use the rifle, and you know what I mean? And they idolize him, not knowing there was many black soldiers that fought in the war, and no one talks about them, man. And it's not something I'm making up. It's a historical fact. I watched a video, and there is a black soldier who is alive, and he has the stripes and everything, and he talks about the war, and no one ever talks about him, showing you what that Memorial Day doesn't represent black soldiers at all, man. And we're trying to get their love. We're trying to get them to approve the things that we do, and it's never going to happen, man. If you're under Christianity, the white man ain't gonna love you, man. If you're in Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah Witness, white people still ain't gonna love you, man. Jehovah Witness knock door to door, and they're always black people. And the white man ain't nowhere to be seen, man. He's got you knocking on like them doors, and he's in the hall nice and warm, man. We don't get it, man. These nations hate us, but because they smile, that don't mean nothing, man. because you see you on the job and you mean you all right, mate. That don't mean nothing, man. They do that so that obviously work goes fine, but outside of that, they hate you the same way, man. Just read that one more time, man.
Romans 12 and 10. Be kindly affected one to another with brotherly love. In honor, preferring one another.
And in honor, what does the word honor mean? It means respect, man. In honor, meaning having respect. And again, that's another thing. We respect every other nation and not someone that looks like us, man. You know what I mean? We have camp, and the reason why people don't want to listen, you wonder why? Because we're not white, man.
God.
Because I'm not some Arab sheikh. You know what I mean? I didn't come from what's some Arab countries? The Sudan, Egypt. What's the other ones? The Orintias. You know what I mean? I didn't come from there, so people don't honor you. People don't respect you, man. And that's the problem. We don't respect each other. We don't believe the word of God can come from someone that looks just like me. You don't believe that the facts of the Bible can come from someone that looks just like you, man. You know what I mean? If he ain't white, if he ain't no Arab in a mosque, then you gotta be lying. You're wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know. It sounds good, but somewhere along the line, you've gone wrong, you know what I mean? With like a verse, some history, you know what I mean? You just can't be right, man. If you ain't white or some Arab, then you don't have the truth. And we do, man. Do you want to know a fact? The Lord, he deals with people that look just like you, man. All the prophets in the Bible look just like you, man. But guess what? You don't want to hear that, man. We hate each other in honor, prefer one another. We don't have no honor. We don't have no respect. We look at each other like, well, you know what I mean? He looks just like me. I don't gotta respect him at all. And that's the problem that we have, man. Read that one more time, then next verse.
Be kindly affected one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another. Not slothful in business.
Not what?
Slothful in business.
And what does that mean? It means that you're slow in what you do. And the UPK, we ain't slow, man. We see the time coming, and you know what I mean? We gotta wake up every black man, every Hispanic man, every native Indian man fast, man. You know what I mean? That video you saw there, that's a racial attack, and it's not the end. You know what I mean? Everyone can see that racial hatred is, you know what I mean? It's becoming big now, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that a lot of the Asians, they're starting to act up now. You go in some white areas, they're acting up, and it's happening, man. And that's why we work fast out here, man. You know what I mean? We do a class free of charge so that you can come and return unto the Lord, man. Give me that in Hosea about return to the Lord. He will heal. He's binded up. He will heal. You know what I mean? That's the problem, man. We got to return to the Lord, man. Not in no religion, not in no philosophy. If you're in the church, you ain't return, man. If you're in the mosque, you ain't return. No way, man. You know what I mean? You're just in a religion which anyone can join if anyone likes it. The Bible ain't no religion, man. The Bible's dealing with the Israelites. If you're born an Israelite, then guess what? You are an Israelite. And it ain't no religion where I like the views. It makes sense. The Bible it's a nationalistic thing, man. You gotta follow me.
Hosea 6 and 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord.
So listen to what God's saying, man. Come and let us return to the Lord. And guess what? At camp, we say that all the time, man. We let you know it's your time to return, man. Not to stay lost in some religion. Not to be talking about I'm God. You know what I mean? The woman's God. You know what I mean? If you're doing that, you ain't saying, come, let us return to the Lord. Read on.
For he hath torn.
For he hath torn, man. The Lord has ripped us up, man. So what examples can you use for like that example there that the Lord has torn? What examples online would you use? How was we torn as a race of people? As a race of people, we was torn how, man? I want to see you thinking online. Anything yet? Oh, it's okay. All right, I'll give you a minute, and then of course, we will have to answer it. All right. Anyone said anything yet?
This is broken.
That's true, but how? What examples would you give? All right, for time's sake, what examples would you give of being torn? Prison, yeah.
That's also our identity torn away from us.
That's a good one, yeah. That's good. Give me a hand for that.
Prison, drugs, no fathers, black crime. That's us being broken.
That's right, man. As a nation of people, we are torn, man. You mean we don't know who we are? A lot of our dads ain't in the house. You mean?
Someone to join us out to the white man.
That's right. We're torn from ourselves, man. When you join another nation, what's wrong with your nation? Why is it you can't have what he has amongst your own race of people? We are torn, man. Torn from our identity, torn from our love, torn from our honor, man. We don't respect each other. And guess what? The Bible says he has torn. Who's the he? The he is the Most High, man. The Lord made it happen. Why? Because we were sinning against him, man. Read the Bible, read Isaiah, Ezekiel, Exodus. You mean, read it, man. And we were sinning, man. All the Lord ever done for us was good. And what did we do? Paying back with evil, man. You mean, he delivered us from the Egyptians, man. You mean, a lot of people read Exodus, but I don't think you really know what it means, man. Exodus is like England, man. Exodus runs the damn near world. And you mean, the Lord freed us from the oppressors, man. It's like us in England right now, man. Wherever you are, if you're in Yorkshire, the Midlands, London, East Anglia, you know what I mean? All of us go through the exact same thing, harassment, racial abuse, and the Lord saved from all of that. And then once He's saved, you go and just rebel, man. The Lord parted the Red Sea, killed Pharaoh, man. Killed Pharaoh, who at that time was like God on the earth. If you look up their philosophy, the Pharaoh, he was like God incarnate, man. You know what I mean? The Pharaoh wasn't just a king. He was like God on the earth. The Lord drowned him and his men. We go through the Red Sea, and what do? Build a golden calf, man. Talking about, you know what I mean? He's taking long. Let us make us a God, man. You know what I mean? And that's what we always did. And that's what the Lord has torn, man.
The Lord has torn, and He will heal us.
And He will heal us. So yes, we're torn, but we can get healed, man. How did you get healed? In the I.S.U.P.K, man. How did you get healed? When you repent. And what does the word repent mean? Radically change. That's how you get healed, man. You come here and you learn the word. You apply it. You live it. That's how you will get healed, man. Not in no church. I know every Sunday you think you're healed. But then what happens, man? Once all that singing's done, once all the hype wears off, what happens? You're back in that reality of hell again, man. You go into church, singing and dancing, waving your hands in the air like you just don't care. And then what happens? As soon as you leave that church, you got to go back to Handsworth, man.
God.
And someone smashed your car window, took your phone. But you was in the church thinking you was healed, but you're obviously not healed, man. If you leave the church and you're back in hell, man, you go join the mosque, and then they teach you, well, if someone doesn't follow the same religion as you, you can do what you want. You can sell them weed, heroin, crack. You know what I mean? So you ain't healed. You're taught that it's fine to abuse anybody that don't believe the same things as you. And in the Bible, we can't do that. In the UPK, I can't rob no white man. The white man's the devil, yes, but I can't rob him though. You know what I mean? We hate all nations and we love our people, and I can't do no wrong to no other nation. But yet, under that religion, well, they don't read. I mean, if they're not like you, then you can do what you want, man. You mean look at the new thing that's happening now, man? All these Indians raping young girls, man. Mainly young white girls. Why? They believe. Listen, man. What's the name for them? KHAFR. What? Yeah. Akafa, which means like an infidel, unbeliever. So now they rape young white girls and they believe, well, you know what I mean? They're heathens basically. I can do what I want to them. Not for them running sex rings with like all these young girls in Newcastle. Forget about it, man. The locked up 16 of them, man. 16 of them, and they all follow Islam, and they was molesting young kids, man. 13 years old, man. What do you want to do with someone that young, man? They're skinny, man, knock knees and all that stuff, and you're molesting them, man. And you think it's fine. Why? Because, well, they don't believe the same things I believe. I kafir, so I can molest them. I have sex with her, then I hand it over to my next friend. You know what I mean? They're my next friend, Akib and Imran, you know what I mean? And I know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're basically running sex rings with young white girls. You know what I mean? So clearly, these religions can't be right. The Bible says you know them by their what? Their fruits, man. And it ain't rocket science. I see the fruits of Christianity, see the fruits of Islam, and is it helping us? No, it's not, man. You won't get healed out there. Not at all, man. You won't get healed out there, not one bit, man, in none of these philosophies, none of these religions, but only at the I.S.U.P.K, man. Read on.
So calm. He has smitten.
And he did what?
Smitten.
And to smite means to hit. So the Lord hit us, man. Hit us with oppression. Hit us with racial abuse, man. Hit us with harassment. You mean the Lord hit us with our oppressors ruling over us, man? We've been hit by the Lord, and it's not rocket science, man. Just open your eyes and see. Turn off the rap music for a second. Turn off the reggae music for 1 second, man. You know what I mean? Just unplug the headphones for a second, man, and just look. Sometimes a lot of that stuff is not a sin. Sometimes it takes you away from reality, and then you know what I mean. Once you turn all the off, turn off all the Hollywood films. You know what I mean? Just turn off all the excitement and just look, man. And we have been smitten by the Lord, man. No nation does not suffer like us, man. And we suffer everywhere. I've been to the West Indies, man, Jamaica, and we're suffering, man. I've been there, man. It's nice and hot, and everyone loves it. Montego Bay, Hershey Beach, but there's a reality outside of them areas, man. There's people suffering, man, living in mesh houses, man. And when it's a thunderstorm, the wind gets rid of all of that, man. You mean we're suffering wherever we go? We're suffering in St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, man. We're suffering in Montserrat, suffering in South America, Central America, man. Up in Switzerland, yes, we are there too. Suffering in Amsterdam. You know what I mean? I research all these things. And why is it wherever we are suffering? Why? Because we've been smitten by the Lord, man. You know what I mean? And you got to open your eyes and see, man. Don't lie to yourself because one black man's rich. So what does that mean? So for every rich one of us, what about the rest of us, man? We're suffering. Yes, he's fine. But what about the rest of us? We have been smitten by the Lord, man. And we got to start lying to ourselves. You mean, wait to me. We've been doing camp for a while. You say black people, we're suffering. So what about Andy Cole? What about Ian Rice? What about Dwight York? What about Richard Blackwood? Like, yeah, but that's only 4 people, man. You mean in the UK we're millions, and you're gonna tell me because you name 4 of us that are rich, that compensates for the rest of us? You sure? You mean that don't make no sense, man? You mean that again? If you get out all the lies, you're gonna realize we are smitten by the Lord, man. It's not rocket science. We done.
And he will bind.
It's like a, and he will bind. So meaning he's hit us and he will wrap us up. So meaning he will put the band-aid upon us too, man. He beat us and he will bind us up, man. Meaning he will help us, man. So yes, we've been hit, but there's also someone who can bind us up, man. The same person that smit us is the same person that can bind us up, man. And that's what we need to understand. Not go wander up into some religion. Not go and wander up into some philosophy. The same person that smitten us is the same person that can bind us up, man. Read on.
No.
That's it and that. All right. No sweat. Give me Leviticus 19 and the 17th verse. You know what I mean? We need to learn these commandments, man.
Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
And that's the problem. A lot of us that seen that video, we hate our own in our heart, man. A brother, we hate him in our heart, man. You see that video, and some people just don't care. Well, you know, that's how it goes, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's your brother, man. That's your relative, man. His parents come from Jamaica, just like your parents, man. His parents were probably listening to that, you know what I mean, that old reggae music, just like your parents, man. His parents listen to for redlocks, just like your parents, man. And you see him and go, well, that's his problem, man. You know what I mean? That's between his family. You hate your brother in your heart, man. If you think like that, if you said that after you seen that video, your brother, you hate in your heart, man. Read on.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Read on.
Thou shalt not avenge nor bear grudge against the children of thy people.
And that's heavy, man. In the black community, we see that all day long. People hate each other, a grudge, avenging. You know what I mean? It was sad to watch, man. It was years ago. I think it was on the BBC News. You know what I mean? In the 90s, up to about 2010, I would say, the Johnsons and the next gang, they was killing each other for over 20 years. And you know what I mean? When they basically solved every case, it was appalling, man. We was bearing a grudge and avenging, man. You know what I mean? This Johnson killed this boy. Then they retaliated, shot this raider. Then the week after, this Johnson shot this one. This one beats one to death. Like, when you watch that, you're like, you know what? We don't follow the Bible, man. We're bearing grudge. We're avenging, man. You know what I mean? Like, the murder case sheet was like, it was embarrassing, man. And all black, man. All of us lots of them in 30 years, 35 years, 20 years, 25 years. Then this 1 year, then as now the raider, he responded and stabbed this 1 year. Like, it was sad to watch. And it's going on and on and on. And that's us, man. We're doing it to each other, man. Why? Because we don't know how to forgive, man. We're bearing a grudge. We're avenging, man, upon the children of thy people, man. And it was sad to watch. And you're telling me in the UK, every nation's looking at us like, right, they're killing each other, man. I'm watching this case on like these gangs and they're all black. That damn near everyone that got shot and stabbed is a black man doing it to another one of his own race, man. You're killing your own army, man. You're wiping out your own race of people, man. And it's unacceptable, man. And at UPK, we teach how to love a brother, man. And how do you know religion does not work? Because those people in those gangs, they believe in some God. They follow some religion, Christianity, Islam, and look at them. They're killing each other, man. So it's obvious. So even that alone lets you know that religion does not work. Read on.
Like that was it.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And that's
I am the Lord.
That's the key thing. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. How do you do that? You look at him and go, you know what? I love him as myself. I don't want no one selling. I mean, I don't want weed. So I'm not gonna sell nobody weed. I wouldn't take crack. I'm not selling crack. That's how you love your neighbor as you love yourself. I don't want no one having sex with my wife. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna love my neighbor as I love myself. And I'm not gonna have sex with his wife. That's how you love your neighbor as you love yourself. And with that video there, you wouldn't want no one looking at your son going, well, that's your problem, man. Well, you know, that's your family, you know what I mean? You look gotta sort that out. So what do? You love your neighbor as you love yourself, and you care when you watch that video. That's what you're meant to do. But a lot of us, you know what I mean, we got simple, like, oh, that's not my problem, you know what I mean? No one knows. You know what I mean, who cares, man? If black people attack another race, that nation don't care what he did, man. They're like, look, you harm one of us, you need to get locked up. When it's us, well, no one knows. He could have been selling drugs or, you know what I mean? Nah, man. We'll sort that out afterwards. But the point being is, this is a racial attack, man. These nations killed one of our brothers, man. Someone from our nation, man. Someone that's a relative of ours, man. A kinsman of ours, man. And what should that make you do? Come together. Captain Mashak said a powerful thing one time. He goes, I hate the white man so much. I'm not going to get high ever again. I hate the white man so much. I'm gonna love blacks and Hispanics, man. And that's the mentality we have. Lots of us say, you know, the white man's wicked, but you're with the white woman. Lots of us say the white man's bad, and then you're eating bacon, man. The white man's bad, but you're around him in his pub playing darts with him. You know what I mean? If you love your people, you gotta separate yourself. On the job, say you highs and buys, you know what I mean? Do your job, but always go back to your people, man. Always put your people first, and that's how it's gotta be, man. I mean, we've been taught to be righteous means you got to love everyone. So you know what I mean? Be a man of God. You need to love every nation, and that's not the Bible, man. To be righteous means you should love your own people. Many of us, because of Christianity, what do we think? Well, to love God, I got to love every nation. And then it's sad that you think that, meanwhile, you hate your own people. You know what I mean? You think you're righteous, but if you went to love everyone, what about your brother? Ain't he somebody too? You mean I'm a Christian? I love all people. Meanwhile, black Christians hate black people. You're meant to love everyone, but your brother that's just like you hate him, man. And that's the problem that we have, man. Religion makes us believe we're following the Lord, we're doing what's right. But no, we're not, man. We're actually hating each other and loving every other nation, man. Loving everyone except us, man. All right, give me Ecclesiasticus for I5. 1 second. Might be 10 actually, by minutes. Wait a minute, we get there a second. The scripture says the law of life, Ecclesiasticus. Get there a second. One second. All right, yeah, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 6. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 6. Yeah, no sweat. You want this one here? All right. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 6. We'll find out. There you go. I got it. You know what I mean? It's heavy, man. Like what we're seeing now is example of we need to be one again, man. We need to love each other again. No matter others, you're from B6, B21, and all that stuff, London, and all of their gangs and all that. All that there is a sign that we need to come together, man. You got police harassment. Now racial attacks where they're stabbing black men in the chest, man. Let me read that for me.
Ecclesiasticus 5 and 6. And saying that his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
And that's something that we gotta start saying, man, that the Most High, he's merciful, he's great. Yes, he is, but the Most High will pay you back, man. And hating a brother, that's a sin. And don't say his mercy is great. I mean, I'm gonna hate my brothers and be all about me. The Most High won't let it go, man. In the Bible, every commandment is just as relevant as another, man. You got some people who think, well, these commandments are good and that one there don't really matter. The Lord cares about all them commandments. You got to keep all of them, and loving your brother, that's a commandment too, man. Caring about your brother, loving your neighbor as you love yourself, the Lord cares about that commandment too, man. You done?
For mercy and wrath come from him.
And that's the problem. We've forgotten that because of the church, we've forgotten that wrath comes from the Lord. People are like, well, with Satan, he does the wrath. The Most High, he does all of the good. And it don't work like that. Mercy and wrath come from the Lord, man. So yeah, the Lord, he will give you a chance, but wrath can come from the Lord too, man. And we need to learn to love each other, or what? We're going to see more wrath of the Lord, man. And it's not rocket science. We're seeing it right now, man. More racial attacks, police harassment, stop and search. So okay, stop and search is going through the roof, man. And they don't even hide it. There's one interview and the police, like one head of like a department, he didn't even lie. He goes, why is it that police mainly search, you know what I mean, people of a West Indian, Caribbean background? And he like goes, well, yeah, like they're the ones committing most of the offenses, so why not? Now, what does that show? It means that they're saying, well, yeah, we're gonna harass you, stop you, search you everywhere you go because we believe you're the one that's doing all the crimes, which is not true. You got Turks that do lots of crimes. Turks are the biggest crack dealers. You remember, it seems like no one ever tries to stop them. Romanian gangs sell heroin. No one never stops them, but what? You selling some weed on the streets, barely making ends meet, you're the problem. And should we be doing it? No. But these nations are doing it on a bigger scale, and police don't even mess with them. They want to run after you, lock you up, give you 15 years. Meanwhile, there's Turks and Romanians selling A-class drugs on a big scale, and they get left alone, man. They live in nice houses up in, nice houses up in Hoslo, up in what's some other places, Wakefield. You know what I mean? They live in some big houses of drug money, and no one never messes with them. Police know who they are, and they don't mess with them. And then poor old Jew in London, in the Peckham area, they gotta stop you. I mean, you're the problem of England. You're the biggest drug dealer out there, and you ain't. Just believe me, your drugs ain't doing nothing, man. Your drugs ain't got you in no nice car. Your drugs ain't got you in no nice house. And we're not saying that's what you should be doing. You should not be selling drugs. In the Bible, it says, "It suffers not a witch to live," man. That's a commandment of the Lord. God ain't dealing with witches, aka drug dealers. But look at every other nation, man. They're selling A-class drugs on a big scale, and they get left alone, man. The Polish, do you think all of them work hard? They're drug dealers too, but no one messes with them though. But when it comes to poor black you know what I mean? You're the menace, you know what I mean? You're the violent one, the one that needs to be locked up. You know what I mean? Read that. So it's gonna read on.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Well, what does that mean? Make no tarrying. Make no waiting. Don't wait, man. If you want to serve the Lord, don't wait, man. If you want to serve the Lord, you shouldn't be messing around. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna join UPK tomorrow, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? I like you guys, you know. You good. You know what I mean? I'll see you one day now, man. The Bible's saying, make no tarrying, meaning don't wait. When's your time to return to the Lord? Do it right now, man. If you're watching this class and you want to repent, do it right now, man. Call that contact number, man. Get in your all black. Join the classes. Get your name. Make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord. Read on.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. And put not off from day to day.
I'm putting it off from day to day. I believe I gave the answer. But what does that mean? Putting it off from day to day. What does that mean, man? Drink number 2. What does that mean? Putting it off from day to day. Give you a moment, then of course we'll have to answer it. Let me see you thinking online. So it said like, don't wait to turn to the Lord. Then it goes, putting it off from day to day. So what does that mean, man? Just give you a moment. Let me see who's on the YouTube. All right, I got some answers. Hadassa, that's right, man. Making an excuse all the time. Richard Mendes, you're right, man. Don't procrastinate daily. That's heavy too, man. Procrastinate means like you're always thinking like, yeah, I'll do that another time. Meaning don't put off from day to day. And hey, you wanna know how the Bible is talking about us? Because that's what we do, man. Every other nation, if they believe something, they act on it now. What do? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. The day after, I'll do it tomorrow again, man. You have to.
Even people, ain't the truth. Like black people know how bad black crime is, and we got no black businesses. And what they always say, but it's a shame, man. One day someone needs to open black business, man. One day someone needs to do this. One day, someone needs to do that. We got to do something about this black crime one day. You know what I mean? We got to do that reason, man. The kingdom isn't us.
That's right.
We got to do that black business.
They have it. No, that is true, and that's the point. That's how we are in general. You know what I mean? Yeah, one day, man, this is gonna happen. One day, this will change. Well, how? One day, it will change by what? What's gonna happen that's gonna make it change? You think one day, just it's not me, but one day, just you know what I mean? We're not gonna end up in gangs no more. But it's gonna happen when you do something about it, man. Like you said, the kingdom of heaven isn't you. You can get that verse to me as well. You know what I mean? But that's heavy. That's how we are every day. We just like put off, you know what, tomorrow. And then what's bad about it is the people that are old, they blame the youngsters, and it's your fault. If there ain't no black shops, do you want to know who's responsible for that? The oldest. You mean I'm sick of hearing it? You black kids are no good, man. No business, no this. Well, that's your job. When you was young, you meant to set all of that up. And then they blame the younger generation when that's your fault. You're blaming the youngsters, and you did the same thing as them. You worked a job, smoked all the weed, got high, a party, and now you're older and you ain't got nothing. You're trying to hand it down onto the youngsters. And guess what? We would have black shops if when you was younger, you done the business. We would have, we wouldn't have to go work for no white man if when you was younger, you handled the business, man. And then you want to blame youngsters. And that's the problem. We put off from day to day and then want to blame somebody. You know what I mean? And that's the problem, man. So you got it for me.
Luke 17 and...
Swear, it is Luke 17. That sounds about right.
Luke 17 and 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of God should come.
So now they asked him, the kingdom of God, when shall it come? So they asked him, so like, which kingdom, when is it going to come? Because they have some concept that it's going to just happen. But with Christ, obviously, he has the understanding. So he's going to enlighten them. Read on.
He answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation.
So the kingdom of God cometh not with observation, meaning it's not something you're gonna look and see it happen. You're not gonna see, you know what I mean? You're not gonna see us just living fine and you're watching. You're not gonna one day go in Handsworth and see no more gangs, no more whores, no more knife crime. It don't come with observation, man. You're not gonna walk into the London areas, northeast, like northwest London, you know what I mean, Halsden, and see crime free by observation. Read on.
Neither shall they say low here or low there.
So neither shall they say low here or low there. So ain't someone gonna go, look, the kingdom's here, look, the kingdom's there, meaning it's not how you think it is. Because you mean, just like Christians now, the Pharisees had the same concept. They thought the kingdom was some mystical thing where it's gonna come out of the sky and you're gonna see and you're gonna live happily ever after. And with Christ here to let them know, it don't come with observation. And it's not something you can go, look, the kingdom's here, look, the kingdom's there. Read.
The kingdom of God is within you.
It's like, yeah, the kingdom of God is within you, meaning, yes, a kingdom is going to come, but why? Because you're going to do it, man. It's in you. You fix your area. You stop the gangs. You made people put down that knife. You did it. And that's the problem. People that tarry from day to day, you know what I mean? That's what they think, well, one day it's just going to happen, man. One day, you know, the next generation, they're going to open up lots of black shops. Well, we would be doing it now if you was doing it. You know what I mean? One day, man, these gangs are going to stop. They would stop if you help. But I mean, you think, well, one day some magical man's going to come and just stop it all, man. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, I'm going to focus on my life and my family. And it don't work like that, man. And that's something that we need to understand. Go back to Ecclesiasticus, where he was.
Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and putting it up from day to day.
I'm putting it off from day to day, meaning don't go tomorrow, next week. And believe me, I get it all the time. We do camp and there's some people you see all the time like, yeah, what are you like saying true, man? You know what I mean? I just got to sort out one, two, you know what I mean? I got to sort out one thing, man. You know what I mean? And that one thing takes some years, man. You know what I mean? And he ain't in the school yet. He's putting up from day to day. And that don't last forever, man. Read on.
God. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth in thy security.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem. And suddenly the wrath of the Lord shall come. So that person that puts off from day to day, one day that wrath comes, man. And in these last days, what's that wrath? It's World War III, man. You're putting off from day to day, and one day World War III is knocking at your door, and that's the wrath, man. Them nuclear bombs, that's the wrath of the Lord, man. Give me I.K. 4 and 1. We're gonna go back to there. Just off the back of World War III, man. That wrath comes suddenly. I mean, the book of Micah 4 and 1 or Malachi 4 and 1 or one of the two. I'll get it in Bible. Might be Malachi 4, yeah.
Malachi 4 and 1. For behold, the day of the Lord cometh, that shall burn as an oven.
And listen to what Malachi is saying, man. Behold, what does behold mean? It means look. Like, look, the day is coming that shall burn as an oven, man. And what burns like an oven? Those nuclear bombs, you man. You mean having my, you know, about I.S.U.P.K and missiles. So he's describing it to the best of his ability. And back then, you mean that's what he had, an oven. So he's like, a day's coming that it's like an oven, man. And nuclear bombs, wasteland, man, full of fire. You know what I mean? If you want on the YouTube, show them a video, because what they do sometimes on certain lands where like no one lives, they do actually test out nuclear bombs, and you see it, man. That's like an oven. You turn on your oven and look at it, man. It's dark in its flames. You look at those nuclear bombs, man. We get a video up here. You know what I mean? To show you what the prophet Malachi was talking about, man. Behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, man. You mean this Bible don't lie, man? You mean for long people laugh at the Bible, but look, ain't nothing breaking down the last days like the Bible. No Metuneta, no Quran, and you pass that, he can't break down the last days for nothing, man. You know what I mean? He don't even know the Bible, so he don't have the answer. And anything in the Quran about the last days, where did he get it from? The Bible, Gog, Magog. You do know where that originated from in the Bible. You know what I mean? And Antichrist, of course, in the Bible, the Antichrist is the so-called white man. In the Quran, they talk about him as well, or him. Obviously, we know it's the white man. But where did Muhammad get that concept from? The Bible. You mean? So yeah, you got it for me. I run that. Let me watch it with you. So behold, man, the day called burn as oven. It's on the big screen or and that's what the prophet Malachi saw, man. Look what a nuclear bomb does, man. Look at all that radiation around it. DC, those lights. That's radiation. You're in that. That will melt you. Forget the fire. The radiation will melt you, man. What it say? The day comes that shall burn as an oven. You know what I mean? And this is what this is, man. So in Ecclesiasticus, where it says, and the wrath shall come. That's that wrath, man. World War III. That's that wrath that the Lord's bringing in these last days for what all these nations have done unto Israel, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, shot that. Let's get back to Ecclesiasticus, where you left off.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth in thy security.
In thy what?
Security.
In thy security. What does that mean? When you think it's fine, when you're secure in your nice house, thinking, you know what I mean? My life's fine. I got my Xbox One, PlayStation 4, flat screen. Suddenly, wrath comes, man. When you think you're secure, when you think everything's fine, that's when everything ain't fine. And that's how the Lord has set it up. So what should you do? Putting it off from day to day, man. Read on.
Thou shalt be destroyed.
What did the Bible say?
Thou shalt be destroyed.
Thou shalt be destroyed. For people that put off from day to day, a day's coming where it's going to be too late, man. You know what I mean? People think that in the Bible, the mercy, the grace is forever. And it's not forever, man. The mercy of the Lord, the grace of the Lord, that's only for a certain amount of time, man. And one day, wrath's coming, and people are going to be destroyed, man. People are going to die, man, for not listening to the men of the Lord, man. Read on.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
And perish in the day of vengeance. You know what I mean? Now, that word there, it doesn't mean just to die. It means to be wasted, man. To perish means you're damn near wasted. It's one thing to die. To perish means that you're damn near evaporated, man. You know what I mean? A nuclear bomb took you out, man. You're ash. To perish, man, in that day. And we don't want that to happen to no black man, man. All up in the UK, man. All up in the Moss side. All up in the Midlands, West Midlands, East Midlands, London, East Anglia, Wales, Scotland, you know what I mean? All up in the Northwest, Southwest, you know what I mean? We don't want it to happen to none of you, man. But if you keep putting up from day to day, that's what the Lord will do, man. You mean people gotta start thinking the Lord's a joke, man. In the Bible, it says the Lord's a man of war. Get it for me, Exodus 15:3. We gotta get that concept out of our head that the Lord's a joke, man. In Christianity, they got you believing God's all love, no matter what you do. It don't matter what you do, man. You know what I mean? God just loves you, man. You know what I mean? He'll just let you go. And that's not the Bible, man. That's further from the Bible. Read that for me.
Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war.
And that's the Bible, man. The Lord is a man of war. A man of war ain't no joke. A man of war ain't soft and, okay, oh, man, you know what I mean? You done that again. You got high again. Oh, next time, you know what I mean? Someone that is a man of war, if you get them vexed, 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen? War. And that's the God that we serve, man. He's a man of war. He's not soft. He doesn't just let things go. He will get you back, man. Give me Hebrews 10 and 26. The Lord will pay you back, man.
Hebrews 10, 26. For if we willfully sin.
So now, if we willfully sin, what does it mean to sin? Does anyone know? According to the Bible, what is sin? If we willfully sin, what is sin? Because you know what I mean? Someone online may think sin is swearing, a sin is talking loud, a sin is, you know what I mean, having hair on your head. You know what I mean? But according to the Bible, what is sin? According to the Bible, what is sin?
It's doing wrong, transgression of the law.
All right, yeah, let's give him a hand, man. You know what I mean? That's right, man. According to the Bible, sin is when you break the laws of God. So read that one more time.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
So now you can't present no lamb for your sin. You can't present no ox for your sin. You gotta pay for it, man. If you sin now willfully, then you gotta pay for it, man. You know what I mean? And that's the problem that a lot of us haven't been told, man. In the church, they teach you, you know what I mean, that, you know what I mean, the ethics fine, and you know what I mean, God always forgives, and that's not the Bible. If you sin, there remains no sacrifice. There's nothing that can atone for your transgression. There's nothing that can atone for your wrongdoing, man. Read on.
After that, thou hast received the knowledge of the truth.
So once you receive the knowledge, I know what I mean, there's a lot of people watching UPK, accepting it like, yes, what you're saying is true, man. What you're not saying is factual. I can't deny it, but you're still sinning, man. I've been at camp and something like, yeah, what you're saying is true, and they're rolling up at the same time, man. You got the knowledge of the truth and you're still sinning. Read on.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins,
but
a certain fearful looking of judgment and fiery indignation, we shall devour the adversaries.
And that's what we get, man. If you sin willfully, there's a burning fire. Remember what we read? The Lord is a man of war, and you sin against him, there's a burning fire, man. The Lord is pissed off, man. The Lord's burning, can't wait to pay you back. So you know what you should not do? Don't sin, man. If you don't want to feel that burning anger of the Lord, then you know what you do? Just don't sin, man. Give me Deuteronomy 13 about a fire in mine anger, 32 and 19. Or 17. You know what I mean? When the Bible talks about the fire, it ain't talking about hell. It's talking about the anger of the Lord, man. And as we read, the Lord is a man of war. And like any man of war, he has anger, man. He has rage. You can't go to war happy and jolly. You gotta have that fire in you, ready to swing that sword, ready to fight and get attacked and fight back, man. And that's the Lord. When you sin, you know what I mean? He makes war against you, and he has a burning anger for what you've done, man. And we need to understand that and let that sink in, man. You got it for me.
Deuteronomy 32 and 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
And that's the problem. You mean, of course, it's talking about back then. And of course, we can use that for now. We provoke the Lord with strange gods. Back then, who was it? Baal, Ashtaroth, Nebo, Ishtar, and many other so-called gods, if that's what you want to say. And we provoke him right now, man, with what? Christianity, Caesar Borgia, Islam, Allah, Hinduism, Ra, Set, Haset. You know what I mean? What's some other ones? Selassie, Anubis. You know what I mean? We are provoking him even to this exact same day, man, with what? Strange gods. So question for you, why are these gods strange? What makes these gods strange? So what are the strange gods in this verse here, man? But I mean, what makes them strange? Give you another minute then. Of course, we'll have to answer it.
The brother said they belong to other nations. Another brother said, because they're idols. Sister said, all dead. Our God is living.
That's true. You want to give it a shot?
Strange? That like when you got children, like, don't put strangers. Strangers, someone that they don't recognize, someone who ate their parents. And these guys are not us, not the guy that we don't know them. Strange, have different laws. You know what I mean? They didn't rescue us from the Egyptians. They didn't part of the Red Sea for us.
There you go. Yeah, that's the better answer. What makes them strange is we don't know them. We know our God. Why? Because he parted the Red Sea, man. We know our God. Why? Because we heard his voice and lived. But who are those? Who is Ishtar and Ashtaroth? Like, who are they? They're strange. They ain't done nothing to help us, man. We don't know them, but we know the Lord. We know him who drowned the Pharaoh in the Red Sea. We know the Lord that led us by a cloud by night. No, a cloud in the day and a pillar of fire by night. We know our God, but who are they? They're strange. That's what makes them strange. You mean they come with different rules? They ain't helped us. That's a stranger. You know what I mean? Ishtar, that's strange, man. You're in the mosque. That's a strange God. Allah ain't ever helped us, man. Allah ain't parted no Red Sea. Allah didn't drown the Pharaoh. We didn't hear the voice of Allah and live. You know what I mean? Which makes him a strange God. So yeah, that's the answer right there. Read on.
Oh, God.
But you got it about the fire. Like.
They provoked him to jealousy with their strange gods, with abominations. Provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils,
unto deceivers. Read on.
Not to the Most High,
and not to the Most High. And of course, they're talking about back then, and we do it right now, man. We sacrifice unto devils, deceivers, man. If you're in the mosque, you know what I mean? Muhammad he's a deceiver, man. He's got you believing he's the last messenger and all that crap. Listen, Christ is the last messenger, and Christ is sitting at the right-hand side of the Father right now, man. And coming back, not no Muhammad with some philosophy. What's some other ones? Seven-day Adventists. What's their names? Ellen G. White. You know what I mean? They got you thinking there's some last messengers. No, they're not, man. There's weirdos that made a religion, man. Some weirdos. What other Jehovah Witness, Rutherford, Brother Rutherford. Sorry, Charles Russell. What's the Rutherford one? No, I'm sure. No, he was before Charles Russell.
Charles Russell is.
Oh no, I think he carried after him. But I know the guy Rutherford. He's a prominent man in Jehovah Witness. But yeah, regardless, anyway, it's all a lie. But yeah, most definitely he's in the mix too somewhere. But yeah, you know what I mean? They ain't no last messengers, prophets. They're nobodies, man. You know what I mean? They're people with ideas. That's all they are, man. So that's why they're deceivers, devils, not, man. Read on.
To gods whom they knew not.
The strangers, read on.
To new gods that newly came up.
To new gods that newly came up, man. The Christianity we see today, that's new, man. That's new. With Easter involved and, you know what I mean, all that. That's new. You know what I mean? You're following Islam. That's 600 AD, so that's 1,000 and some odd years, man. That's new. You're following Egyptology. That's new, man. Egyptology began in the early 1900s. Before that, Egyptology did not exist. People knew it as, oh, that's some ancient Egyptian religion, man. That's all it was. It was not called Egyptology. You mean that's made by white men, predominantly French, white people. In fact, research it. What's that guy? Jean French. Champollion. You mean he's the guy that translated the hieroglyphs, man? You mean research him? Early 1900s, Egyptology is newly come up, man. Before him, no one would even care about Pan Africanism. No one would even care about Egyptology. You know what I mean? But read on.
Whom their fathers knew not.
Whom our fathers knew not, man. Our greatest of granddads. These religions, these gods, they didn't know them, man. When the Red Sea, like when the Lord parted the Red Sea, you mean our forefathers, they did not know no Islam, they did not know Allah, no Caesar, they did not know no Pan-Africanism, Anubis and Set and all that stuff. All this stuff is new, man. You know what I mean? People look at this stuff like it's deep, but research it, not with how you feel. Just research it for what it is. And you notice that all of it's new, man. All of it has flaws in it. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. All these things are new, man. Read on.
Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful.
And that's the problem. Of the rock that begat thee, we forgot about him. Unmindful meaning we don't remember the Lord, man. We're too busy thinking about what we want to do, what we like, and we are unmindful of the Lord, man. And that's the problem. Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful meaning you're forgetting me, man. I'm not strange, and yet you're unmindful of me. You should forget them. They ain't done nothing for you. They didn't part no Red Sea. You mean you didn't hear their voice and live, and you're forgetting me. So let's see how the Lord reacted to this. We're gonna find out if it was all love and oh man, you mean you worship Baal? Oh, again. Oh man, it happens sometimes. Or we're gonna see if it's a man of war. Read on.
And has forgotten the God that formed thee. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them.
Oh, so there you go. When the Lord saw us, he abhorred them. What does abhor mean? To hate, man. The Lord hated us. So again, God can't be a lover. When he saw us do our abominations, our sin, be unmindful of the Lord, he abhorred us, man. He hated us. Read on.
Because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
Because of the provoking. What does provoke mean? When you agitate someone, when you're pushing somebody, and we was pushing the Lord, man. We was pushing him like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't want to submit us. He doesn't want to do it like what we read in a verse. But we're provoking him, man. It's like you don't want to give someone that right hook, man, but they're shrugging on you, pushing on you, calling you a waste, man. And they're provoking you, and we did that to the Lord, man. We was provoking him by serving other gods. We're provoking him in the mosque. We're provoking him in the church, man. We're provoking him when we're talking about harvest and set. You know what I mean? We're provoking the Lord, man. Read on.
And he said, I will hide my face from them.
And that's the problem. Because we provoked the Lord, he hid his face. So, like, if the Lord's hiding his face, what does that mean, man? What does it mean for the Lord to hide his face? Let me see if you can get that online. I mean, think about the analogy the Lord is using, man. Where it says, I will hide my face from them. What does that mean?
My brother Chris Knight says, turned away from us.
That's right. Give behind that. That's you can't knock that. And that's what the Lord did, man. We sinned and he turned his face like that. So just look at just look at the analogy. Imagine someone's calling for help. If you hide your face, what does that mean? You don't want to help them? You're not gonna help them. You're like, well, you're crying over there. I'm turning my back on you. Like, well, that's your problem. And that's what happened to us, man. We sinned against the Lord and the Lord turned his back on us, man. In slavery, there were slaves crying, man, wondering, why me, Lord, man? Reading the Bible at night, crying like, Father, like, what's happened, man? I can't escape. I'm on an island called Jamaica and I can't leave. And I'm picking cane every day, getting my back whipped. And the Lord hid his face, man. Why? Because we provoked him. Read on.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
And they did what?
Provoke me to anger with their vanities.
And that's what we did, man. We provoked the Lord to anger. Remember, the Lord is a man of war. And we provoked the Lord to anger, man. The Lord ain't all love. By us being unmindful of him, because of us forgetting the Lord, we provoked him to anger. And like anyone who's angry, you do something about it. And the Lord did that, man. Read on.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. And
that's the white man. We are provoked to anger. Example, we see the white man rich and we're like, why can't that be us, man? We are provoked to anger with a foolish nation. And that's the white man. He's a foolish nation, man. You know what I mean? Making missiles to what? Destroy the earth that he's on. That's a foolish nation. Even back in the day, you know what I mean? If you look at ancient times, a sword and weapons like that, it was to fight but not damage land. He's damaging the earth that he's on, man. Killing all the cows, cutting down the rainforest to make paper. That's a foolish nation. The trees take out the carbon monoxide, the oxide 1 and 2. They take in.
Oxygen.
It's a science. It's a science too. Yeah, you know what I mean. He's cutting down rainforest, man. I've seen it online where some rainforests should be stacked with trees. It's empty, and like you see every tree just down like low. We're really them to be up in the sky, 60 feet high. That's a foolish nation, man. You know what I mean? Damaging the ozone layer, all the smoke by the cars, and they have ways to make cars way better, and just don't use it. There's a pattern on there's a pattern on the car that is energy efficient. Guess what? All you need is water, and you know the white man, he won't do it. He made a pattern, and it's only for him, and that's it. So if you ever find it and make one of your own, then you can get taken to court and sued for millions, which you don't have. You know what I mean? So the white man's the devil, man. You know what I mean? There's more energy efficient ways to do a lot of things, and he just don't do it. He's a foolish nation. He rather destroy the world than think about emissions, the solar system. He's thinking about, well, this pays, that's it. And guess what? We are jealous. This foolish nation, we look at him and like, but remember, why is he ruling, man? He's an idiot. And that's what the Lord done, man. To make us angry, he made him rule so that we can be angry like, why can't I rule? And by that, what would we do? Serve the Lord, man. We will see this nation ruling that clearly ain't meant to rule. Clearly has got no business ruling nothing. And that's going to make us serve the Lord, man. That's going to make us go, you know what? I'm not going to get high no more. I'm not going to take no crap no more. I'm not going to sleep with escorts no more. I mean, and you're meant to serve the Lord. This foolish nation is meant to provoke you to return to the Lord, man. Not follow his ways. Read on.
Brother Eli said you don't hear our prayers, and the back of it turns back to us.
And that too, yeah, that can go with that too.
For a fire is kindled in mine anger.
There we go. What they say in the other verse, a burning fire. So here it says a fire is kindled in mine anger. So it's letting you know what that fire represents, man. So always in the Bible, fire and brimstone. Sometimes it's literally fire. It's like World War III and scenarios like that. Or sometimes it's just symbolic of the anger of the Lord. Remember, the Bible says the Lord is a man of war, man. So that's what that fire represents. The anger of the Lord's pissed off, like, oh, like, I gotta get you, man. I'm gonna turn my back on you. I'm gonna make sure you die, man, you're destroyed. And that's the anger of the Lord. Read on.
And shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with an increase.
So that's symbolic of how strong his anger is, that if he was to let his anger loose, it would burn the earth, man. And it's increased. What's the increase? The flowers, you mean like everything that comes from the earth, that's the increase, or the wheat, or the barley. So if the Lord was to let his rage go, it would damn near burn up the earth and his increase, showing you what, that the Lord is a man or woman. The Lord's masculine. That kind of anger comes from men, man.
God.
Ain't no woman got no anger that can burn the earth and the increase. Yes, some women get angry, but not like that. That's masculine anger. That's that, you know what I mean? That's that warrior anger where, you know what I mean, he loses all of his wit, man. That's masculine anger right there. Read on.
And shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the mountains. And
set on fire the mountains, man. Imagine that. High mountains. The anger of the Lord, if it was to let loose, it would set the mountains on fire, man. Mount Everest, what's the other ones? The Mount Himalayas, Kilimanjaro, they'll be burnt up, man. They can't bear the anger of the Lord, and that's how the Lord's, man. The Lord's a man of war, man. That's masculinity right there, man. That anger right there, that's masculine, man. You know what I mean? That's that 300. Not saying, you know what I mean, there is like something like that. But I mean, that's that. You know what I mean? That anger right there is some masculine warrior stuff right there. You know what I mean? Some Spartan, Dandorians. You know what I mean? Just like some kind of warrior stuff, man. Read on.
And I will heap mischiefs upon them.
And because the Lord's angry, he's going to heap mischiefs upon us. Mischiefs, if you look it up, it means evils. So meaning the Lord, remember now, all loving God, he's putting evils upon us. Like, I'm the angry, you know what? I'm going to throw evil on you, man. I'm going to throw slavery on you, black on black crime, make your dad leave the house, make your mom addicted to meth, man. You know what I mean? And that's the Lord, man. He heaped mischiefs upon us for the evil that we did. Read on.
I will spend my arrows upon them.
And spend my arrows now. Did the Lord literally, you know what I mean, get some kind of, what was it called, a bow? What is this talking about? Let me see his thinking online. What do the arrows represent, man? Yeah, I'm getting some good answers. You got a cloth had a saw. Chris Knowledge. Mingo Johnson Jr. Yeah, man. Anyone got it? No, I've just seen the answers from the one before. Let's give it a minute, then of course we'll have to answer it. Is the Facebook on the Facebook one? Okay, no, sir.
Brothers take curses.
That's right.
That's why I said it could be a gunfire.
You can, but remember, he's making war against us. So arrows, remember, like if you're making war, arrows are used for war. Meaning, in this analogy, the Lord's making war against us. Remember Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. He's sending arrows upon us. Meaning, basically, I'm in a war with them because they're provoking me. If that answers the question. All right. You know what I mean? But yeah, the curses, that's arrow. You can't deny that. Could be lightning, gunfire. It can be too, but the whole gist of it is these people are provoking me. I'm angry. I'm gonna make war against them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure they get every curse, man. Anything bad, it comes their way, man. Read on.
They shall be burnt with hunger.
And burnt with hunger. Remember, arrows. One thing that is hunger, man. You know what I mean? Just because in your house you may have enough to eat, a lot of us don't, man. Some people's houses just full with what is it called? Sardines and bread, corned beef, you know what I mean? Damn the corned beef every day, man, you know what I mean? Corned beef, bread, beans, baked beans, you know what I mean? Cans of that, you know what I mean? That's how we live, man. And we, as a race of people, we're burnt with hunger. If you want to take it back to the 1600s, in the West Indies, a slave, he didn't get much to eat, you know. A slave just got like damn their scraps. I had to work some more, wake up, get a little, whatever it was, work some more. That's us being burnt with hunger, and that came from the Lord. Read on.
And devoured with burning heat.
And devoured with burning heat, man. In Jamaica and Montserrat, Trinidad, Tobago, St. Lucia, St. Anne's, we was burnt with heat, man. Working that hot sun with that machete, you know what I mean? Getting those cane sticks, man. We was burnt with heat, man. For damn near 400 years, man. Burnt with heat. Read on.
And bitter destruction.
And bitter what?
Bitter destruction.
Bitter destruction. That's us, man. You know what I mean? It's like something that is just horrible to see. And that's us. The destruction we go through is just horrible, man. Every nation hates us. They're against us, and then we're fighting each other too, man. The destruction we got is bitter. Like, it's like, what can we do? A bitter destruction. Read on.
I will send the teeth of beasts upon them.
All right. No, so that's good. Give me Jeremiah 11 and 9. Jeremiah 11 and 9. I mean, let's elaborate more on the anger of the Lord.
Jeremiah 11 and 9. And the Lord said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
So the Lord let him know that there's something wrong that is amongst us, man. There's something found. Like the Lord was like, you know what? Among these people, I'm finding something that I don't like. Read on.
They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers.
And that's the problem. We have turned back. You know what I mean? When you serve the Lord, you're meant to be walking, man, but we're walking backwards. You know what I mean? You're meant to be walking upwards, man, but we're going down, man. He's saying these people have turned back, meaning we have the way, we have the laws, we have the statutes, we have the commandments, and we turn back, man. We turn back to go serve rocks, serve wood, serve stones, you know what I mean? And the Lord's saying, this nation of people, they've turned backwards, man. You know what I mean? How do you go from serving the living God, the one that you've seen his works, man? You've seen him part the Red Sea. You heard his voice and lived. He led you by a pillar in the day, a cloud by fire by night, and you turn back to go and serve Allah, man. You turn back to go under Christianity and those denominations. You turn back when you do that, man. Read on.
Which refuse to hear my words.
And that's the problem, man. Besides going back, we refuse to hear his words. We refuse to go, you know what? A man of God said, you know what? I'm doing something wrong. I'm going to stop that, man. I'm going to leave that church alone. I'm going to leave that mosque alone. We refuse to hear it, man. Read on.
And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken a covenant.
And that's what we did, man. The agreement, the covenant, agreement. That's what we have with the Lord, and we smashed that covenant. We damn near smashed it into bits, man. Anything the Lord says don't do, we did it, man. The Lord says, thou shalt have no other gods. What do? We had every god. The Lord said, you know what I mean? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. We had palm readers and witch doctors, you know what I mean? Why? Because the Hamites, they love witch doctors, and we lived amongst the Amorites, Jebusites, and even today, Africans love witch doctors. Africans love what we call today witchcraft. You know what I mean? And we did all that, man. And we broke the agreement that we had with the Lord. Everything the Lord said don't do, we did it, man. Read on.
I went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their forefathers. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
That's the problem. You know what I mean? We think we can go and do what we want to do. You know what I mean? I can serve any God I want. It don't work like that. You leave the Lord, he's going to bring evil upon you. And that's what you see going on right now, man. Police stopping searches, racial attacks, racial abuse. That's the Lord allowing evil upon us, man. Slavery was an evil upon us. And the Lord said, you know what? These people are going to go and serve other gods. Don't worry, man. I'm going to bring some evil upon them. Read on.
Which they shall not be able to escape.
And we can't escape it. What's the precept?
No man shall buy you.
The curses shall overcome you. Get from it. Deuteronomy 28. Hold that. So a precept to go with that. None can escape. We're going to show you that was always in the Bible, man. Line upon line. That's in Deuteronomy 28. None can escape, and we can't escape. Many of us go like, what's wrong with us, man? Many of you try to escape into Kingston. What's some other white areas? Sutton, Coalfield. You know what I mean? You're trying to escape you're trying to escape the evil of the Lord, and you can't escape it, man. You go there, white people are smashing your windows. Go home, you bloody wog. You know what I mean? And you got to live like that, man. You can't escape no curse, man. And the Lord said it, none shall escape, man. I don't care where you go, who you with. Every black man suffers the same curses, man. Wherever you are, you're in the West Indies, you're in America, South America, you're in Denmark, Amsterdam, Rotterdam. You're suffering the same curses, and none of us escape, man. You gotta hold me.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
So the Lord, he let us know, it shall come to pass, meaning in time, if we don't hearken and do his commandments, read on.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
All these curses. What's a curse, man? A punishment from God. That's a curse. And the Lord warned us, if we don't listen, all these curses shall come upon us, man. Or I mean, everything that God would throw upon us is not going to be good. Read on, or the verse that
and shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtake thee. In the verse read before, none shall escape. Overtake thee. Overtake thee means it's ahead of you, man. If you're in a race and someone's winning, they have overtaken you. You're in your car and someone's car is much faster. They've overtaken you, man. You got what's a Sololite car, Ford Mondeo, and some the Audi S3. They're going to overtake you, man. And that's what happened to us. We sinned, and the curse is just right there. We're running, trying to escape it, and the curse is just right here. Like, nah. You know what I mean? You tried to go back to Jamaica, buying a nice big house. 9 out of 10, what happens? Someone robs that house, man. The police want money off it because they know you got money. You and back Jamaica made some big house, you know what I mean? Police harassing you. And that's the curse, man. The eye of a brother shall be evil, man. You know what I mean? That's another curse in the Bible. Wherever you go, you get affected by one of the curses in the Bible in some shape or form. Let's go back to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 11:11. Thus says the Lord, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape.
And that's what happened, man. We live in that day. We're living in that time where evil's upon us and we can't escape, man. You see it, man. Every nation hates us. We live in England, oppressed, man. Yeah, we're living in the UK. Every nation damn near against us, man. And you know what I mean? We can't escape it, man. You got to go to a job where you know your boss is racist. You know your boss hates your guts, man. You know what I mean? You're showing up to work and you know, like, these people hate, man. They give you the horrible jobs, the things that the white man don't want to do, they let you do it, man. Why? Because he hates you, and you can't escape it. You got bills to pay, you got a rent that's due, and you got to go to some job that you hate, and you know that everyone at that job hates you, man. And that's what the Bible's saying. We're gonna have evil upon us, and none can escape. It don't matter what you try and do, you ain't escaping it, man. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Listen to what the Lord says, man. And when this evil is upon us and we can't escape, we're gonna cry unto him, pray unto him. That's what it means. And he will not hearken, he will not listen. What does that verse remind you of? We read it in another verse in the Bible. Let me see who's awake online. Let me see who's speaking online. Check YouTube 1 second. All right. So what verse does it remind you of? It shows, and though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. What verse in the Bible that we read before does that remind you of?
Richard Mendes said he will turn away his face.
Just give him a hand. That's it. So you see, so with the Bible, it's saying the same thing. You know what I mean? The Lord warned us about this day, man. He warned us about the curse in the Bible. Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna let this happen to you. And the Lord's saying the same thing, warned us, and we didn't listen. Skip to verse 19. Now, verse 19 is key, man. You know what I mean? We need to let blacks and Hispanics know that there's a plan against us, man. You know what I mean? All the police stop and search and all that is because they hate us, man, and there's a plan against us, and we don't even know it, man. You know what I mean? They want many of us locked up so that we can work for nothing, man. You know what I mean? They need us in gangs so that a judge can have a job, man. A policeman can have a job. You know what I mean? Officer Dongabar yesterday done a powerful law class, man. But the point being is they're looking to hire more officers. So what does that mean? Because of our hate that we have towards each other, we've given policemen extra jobs. So some white man who was at home every day watching Sky Sports and the Kyle show, you know what I mean? Now he's in a job, and his job is arresting you. Some white man who's got no qualifications, we've given him a job, man. The hate that we have for each other is so strong, we're giving heathens jobs to arrest us, man. And it's a plan. They need us selling drugs. They need us fighting each other. They need to support UK rap stars to promote drugs so that we can continue hating each other. And it's a plan. And like you done that, this plan's in the Bible. Read it for me. Jeremiah 11 and 19.
Jeremiah 11 and 19. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter.
So let's focus on that part. Yes, he's talking about him, but this represents us, and I'll explain why. But if you read on, but basically, imagine an ox or like a lamb. You mean when they're gonna die, are they aware of it? No, they get led, and what happens? Someone cuts their neck and they die, and that's us, black man. We're like an ox and like a lamb. We're dying and we are unaware of it, man. People want us dead, and we are totally unaware of it, man. People want us put to death. People want us locked up, and we are totally unaware of it, man. We're like the ox and the lamb that is being slaughtered, and we just don't even know it, man. Black people locked up in mass numbers, and a lot of us don't even know it, man. All over the UK, black people dying, and a lot of us don't even know it, man. Just like an ox or like a lamb. Read on.
And I knew not that they had devised devices against me.
What did the Bible say?
And I knew not that they had devices against me.
So what is he on about, man? Let me see his thinking online. What does that mean, man? Make me understand it, man. Let me see his thinking. So what does that part mean, man? I need to know.
They want to wipe us out eventually. That's the plan. Like sister said.
Let's give her a hand. That's it. So if you want, just read that part there again.
And I knew not that they had devices against me.
And there, so they had a device against him. What's a device? A plan. And that's the white man. We're like a lamb and we're dying and we don't know. And we don't know that the white man has devices against us, man. The white man wants us dead all up top, man. One or the two. You either die to pay, you either die to make someone who deals with a corpse rich, or you get locked up and make them rich in the prison. You make a solicitor rich, a judge rich, a police officer who has to hunt you down when you're hiding. And that's the plan, man. And we don't know enough. We're just busy living. Meanwhile, there's a plan against us and we know it not, man. There's a device against us and we know it not. Read that.
Saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof.
And the tree represents Israel. In another verse in the Bible, the tree represents Israel. We are that tree. And they're saying, you know what? Let's destroy them, man. And the fruit thereof. Let's destroy Israel and the descendants of him, man. And that's the white man. He wants to destroy all of us, man. While we're too busy fighting over B6, B21, Lewisham, Peckham, Croydon, We're too busy fighting over rubbish. Meanwhile, they want to destroy the whole tree, man. Every single one of us, read on.
As sister goes, our people are unaware of the wickedness of the nation, what they have planned for us.
That's right. So give that a hand on.
The bro said they're taking captain council against.
You can use that too. That's right, man. There you go. Read on.
And let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be no more remembered. And they want us wiped out, man. Every nation does. You know what I mean? Like, every nation hates each other, but they got something personal against you. Like, okay, East Indians hate white people, but the hate that the white man and the East Indian has for you is stronger than the hate they have for each other. You know what I mean? And every nation has a hate against you, man. And we need to understand it and admit it. No more lying to each other. No pretend like, some of them are fine, man. All of them hate you. Just because they like some rap music or some Afro beats, whatever. You know what I mean? They don't like you. They like your music, but they don't like you, man. And that's something that you gotta admit, man. You know what I mean? Because someone likes something that you do doesn't mean they like you, man. You know what I mean? And that's something that we gotta understand, man. You know what I mean? Read on. But oh Lord of hosts, that judges righteously, that trieth the reins of the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them. There. So now, you mean we serve the Lord? You're gonna see the vengeance of the Lord upon them, man. They got a device against us, but don't worry, man. You serve the Lord, you're gonna see the Lord's vengeance on them, man.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes I follow what is a soldier? Trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.